drive home. I'm actually headed to my son's basketball game, and I just wanted to come on here because I wanted to talk about what I've been doing this week. And I am so tired right now because I have been so busy. So I teach at a Christian school. I teach math, I teach geometry, I teach Algebra 1 and Math 7 and Math 8. Now, all of those topics are pretty easy for me to teach. They're not high level. The hardest part is, trying to reach the students, making sure that the students are getting what they need and doing well on their tests and things like that. So that's the hardest part for me. But I have school. Certain days I do study halls, I'll do lunch. We have rotation of cleaning the bathroom because it's a small school. We don't have a janitor, we have to cut corners. Hey Robin, thanks for coming to the video. And I just wanted to share that with all that I'm doing, I have, 13 kids. I have homeschooled for many years. I can't say that it was harder than I thought in some ways. Like, the actual academics isn't hard, but juggling all of the different activities, levels of ability, and all of those things, I really wore myself out. But we did a lot. Looking back, we did an awful lot. Like, we did music, some of my kids did piano, some of the older kids did violin, the younger kids did flute, trumpet, piano, guitar, did lots of that stuff. We went to church every single week. We went to nursing homes, we visited friends, we went on hikes. Like, we did so many activities. We did more as a homeschool group than we do in school. School is more like grounded, we're at school. We have to be there for so many hours and attendance and all that stuff. But over and above all of that, I'm going to my town board meetings. So in 2020, I started going to the school board, learning a little bit about it. And then I decided I would run for school board, and I actually made it. Thank you all for coming to my channel. My name is Cindy, and I'm a teacher. I also am a mom. I also work in my town, and I do activities within the town. I'm on the school board. Then after I ran for school board, I decided the next rotation, I would get involved in the local library. So I started going to library meetings, and I became a library trustee because I was going to the library meetings and I realized that their meetings weren't even done properly. Like, the trustees are supposed to be the heads of the board, but they were allowing their employee to do all the work. So we kind of did a lot of work, me and a few other people, just trying to get things back in line, because the library is a town-funded program. And so I'm on the library trustee board. I'm also on the ethics committee board in my town, and I just got voted in, and we're going to get voted in to be a New Hampshire state rep. Thanks for coming. Give this video a thumbs up and a subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. I saw up to 20 people on this video. Thanks for surfing on through. So yeah, so I just wanted to say that I'm glad that in my country, because I see there's people, it looks like maybe from other countries sometimes on my lives, I'm glad that we have a government that is for the people. It's by the people and for the people. And we vote in people to go on the boards and run on certain boards to do certain things around the town, instead of one person deciding or whatever. And a few years ago, people were like, run for the boards, go ahead and run, if you want to help out. So I worked really hard becoming, and I had signs made. I paid a lot of money for the signs. I would do flag waving, do door knocking, calling people on the phone, messaging people, and getting people to vote. So yeah, I like doing it, but it does come with its challenges. Like, I'm so exhausted because not everyone is happy about it. Like, they don't even agree with everything that you want to suggest. And last night I was in a meeting. It was Tuesday night. I was in a meeting, and it was very difficult because we wanted to make some changes for the better, and we got some opposition. And then now you have social media, you can go on social media, and then you see the opposition there too. And it's just ridiculous, because in order to make things better, we have to make changes for the better. And you don't want to make change for the sake of making change, but there are ways that we can improve the systems that we have in place. And that's why it's good to get new people on the boards, because new people can bring in new ideas, and they bring in new energy and just ways to do things that we might not have thought of. So I went to meetings on Tuesday night. I went to ethics committee meeting and had a little difficult time there. And then I went to a budget committee meeting where they discussed the money that we're spending in town. And that was not personal, roughly, to me, but the budget committee is cutting down the library budget, and the budget committee is also cutting the school budget. So now the school has to go back and figure out what we can cut reasonably. So in our town, because we have a small town, we are run by 5 selectmen. And those 5 selectmen discuss certain things, kind of like instead of having a mayor, we have 5 selectmen. And they discuss everything that pertains to the town, and they make votes, and they discuss things. And years before, there were things that happened that people didn't really research. They just made decisions. So I'm really glad for the board that we have right now, because they research everything. They're trying to do everything according to what we call RSAs. They're the laws that have been passed by the people, and our board is trying to do that. The budget committee is also trying to do that. And so Tuesday night I had ethics committee, I had budget committee, and then last night I had school board from 6 o'clock until 9 o'clock. And then you go on social media and you see people criticizing because they don't like stuff. Now, a board can't just up and change everything all in one day. You have to go by all the laws that are in place, and when you do make a change, it's going to be just a little bit at a time. And in our town, we have all of these meetings for the budgets and all that stuff. Then we have public hearings where we discuss everything again. Then we have what you call deliberative sessions, where there'll be 2 Saturdays. First Saturday in February is the school deliberative session. 2nd February is the town deliberative session. So then we're going to rehash everything again. There's certain things you can do at those sessions to make changes. So you got to kind of be on your toes to know what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. Then in March, we have a town vote. Now in March, we also vote on new members. Like, every board in town has a rotation where people are re-voted on every 3 years. So I was on the school board, and my turn is coming up in March to run again for the school board. So I can run if I want to, or I could say, no, I don't want to run this time, and somebody else can take my place. But I'm telling you, it's very exhausting, and I'm kind of doing this because I would like other people to take note and say, hey, if she can do it, I can do it. That's kind of what I want. I want to be an inspiration to others. I don't want to do it all myself. I don't want to be on every single board. I don't want to be out every single night of the week. I'm tired, you know. I like doing it. I like doing all of the stuff that I'm doing. I really love learning all of this stuff. I love being involved. I love being on the boards. Sometimes it's hard because you don't want to be opposing someone else on the board. I like to speak up for the people. I really love that part about it. And I love what's going on in the town. And I love sitting there at the table, being a part of everything. It's really exciting to me. But you can only do so much as one person, right? So I don't mind if other people would like to take a turn. And I can see where it could be kind of addicting, you know. Some people at the State House, they have been there for years. And I can see why they like it. And the more you're there, then you get kind of the hang of it. You know what you're doing. But New Hampshire has 400 state representatives. And we have one of the largest legislatures, well, the largest in the country, and the third largest of its kind in the whole world. So that's quite an honor to be a part of that, where we are able to work together as a group and to have so many. We're basically volunteers. I did get my check today for $100 per year for 2 years. I had no idea what it was. So it was my check for the next 2 years to be a state representative. And it's pretty much an honor. I love it, and I'm really looking forward to being a part of it. Seems like an awful lot to learn, but it is really cool to be a person who gets to go into the State House and sit in the state representative seats and vote on these things. It's quite, as you say, surreal. But I just wanted to say I'm really tired, and when you take part in something like this, you have a new respect for people that give of their time and energy, and they volunteer, and it takes a lot of work, and we make laws that are going to affect everybody in our state. So it's really important that we know the people and that we are willing to stand up for the people. And I guess our first House session is going to be February 6th. So that's going to be exciting. And we're going to vote on things. I've been to the State House a few times now. I was sworn in December. Our first House session was in January. We had a caucus meeting on January 2nd. So we've done some things together as a group. We also have a pastor in Concord who goes to the State House and he prays every session day at lunchtime. So that's really cool to see Christian people involved in this type of thing. So I am really tired, and I'm really happy that tonight I do not have a meeting. I am headed to my son's basketball game, which should be starting momentarily. I was a little bit late because I had to leave the school. I had a study hall class before I could leave, and today we're headed to a basketball game that he is playing, my youngest boy. So that's exciting. So thank you so much for coming to this channel, this video. Speak slowly, Granny. Your teeth would fall out. Oh yeah, thanks a lot. My teeth are pretty well stuck in my head, so I'm pretty okay with that. But thanks for the thumbs up, and thanks for coming to my channel. I'm a teacher. Yes, I'm a grandma. I'm a mom of 13. I have videos about teaching. I also have videos about what to do in your free time. I love to knit. I love to, I don't know, I love to do everything. So I have a little bit of everything on this channel. I teach math. I teach geometry, algebra 1, and 7th and 8th grade math. So that's what I love to do. I also have a tutoring business, and right now I don't have a lot of students for that, but eventually I would like to increase my student base for my tutoring business. And it's a really great way to teach students. I teach online via Zoom, and I use like Canva, and I do slides so that we can review certain things. Right now I'm doing basic math, getting my student ready for algebra. Geometry is my enemy. Geometry's tough. I'm teaching geometry and my students don't really like it either. So I'm trying to make up worksheets and helping them, coach them along. We're doing proofs. We're talking about different aspects of, right now we're talking about quadrilaterals and parallelograms and how we can prove that a quadrilateral is a parallelogram. And there are 4 different ways you can prove that it's a parallelogram: by proving that the opposite sides are parallel, or that the opposite sides are equal, or that the... Okay, so I don't know what was happening with my phone, but it looks like we're back online. And I just wanted to mention that we're back online. I'm almost to my destination, and I don't know, my phone was overheating for some reason. I failed in derivative and integration equations. Yeah. Well, we're not doing that, so you'd be safe. I'm just doing high school math, and I'm doing, you know, just junior high and lower high school. So we're not doing derivatives or integration equations. So thank you for coming to this video. I really appreciate it. I don't know what happened. My phone kind of quit on me. It said it was overheating, so I took the jacket off of it. And so I don't know how it could be overheating, but it's probably just because it's near my window. And so I'm driving almost to my destination. Going to be playing basketball, watching basketball. Hopefully they're not going to be over by the time I get there. So I'm going to be signing off, and I thank you so much for coming. Thank you for your support for my channel. Please come back. Come back to my channel. I'd really like to see you, and let me know what you would like me to talk about, discuss. And I really appreciate having some company as I drive in my car on the way home. Thanks for coming. I'll see you next time.